Mamentia na memo kwaba famra kasa fidie so ha aye nimdie ni sensemo ekoso my Ghana mu de dika de di hwe na sabre de mu nchemu nyina no de esom na enche bia na His Excellency the former president John Dramani Mahama ogina simpie so ekasaye during the Build Ghana tour na all kasa no ana okokasa de efa free SHS results enche bia ebaye no eho. Now, all describing the results of a free SHS students and all say cheating because so and to say nkran twa dey and onya abasobo bia de mom name or the obeka say students no HET and on anam so a omutimi pass here and on am so am very brain aba mountain so akasa dey afa ho ene NPP almost so aba mountain so obekasa the new patriotic party already Nagrat akasa and I feel so nipa bebre na reacting na NPP so aba mountain so abe reacting na omo reactions omo de ban de ano hye pap e be hwe no the deputy national youth organizer Sandra Asako Ado ni full statement or de ba e be kenkan ni na ebiem ye be san so ahwe say John Dramani Mahama say students need titi yan hwe one guy from Achimota School. A friend Tyrone Iras Maguire. I think I stand to be corrected. Say Dino Moon year, but I stand to be corrected. Tyrone and I be brina edi ebenim no. Results in the buy no. Na so when 8 is Wayek results no e buy no. What's the results in the buy no? What's the results? Sorry. What's the results in the buy na just when 8 is. Now 8 is when your name say near John Dramani Mahama na say or results or muchiti. Now fear to what one year post for na bay. Aya Tyrone Koya and Ako Rene American Math Olympiad. I think no American Math Olympiad. Okay, no. Now abushan for a contest here course we nipa over a year 150,000 across the group and etimi pateki here and also ewo oman USA mu oman US mu and etimi ekoso over 150,000 students and a pateki here na area chenese Ghana students Tyrone Ghana students Tyrone no ekwa Achimota school onya 8 is Mahama say OGT no South students grow ya and a topi just a gold medal no on the fire just a score na just a over make just a blow baby over 150,000 plus national top scorer and the overall national top scorer on the Vanda Science Olympiad no silver medalist 38,000 plus no. Now looking at we know and a bill which I said I near Mahama car say a bit muchiti no and who sem to say so but then with a NPP or more reaction or me a day abba my make a full statement in from say former president John Dramani Mahama has over time relegated his reputation to the background and thrown his integrity to the dogs. In recent comments on national affairs have been more insulting to the intelligence of the Ghanaians and more specifically the youth of this country like never seen before. He has now made the youth of this country the sad recipient of his constant show of myopic and small-minded tendencies, as though they caused the disgrace failure as president. It is an established fact that Mahama as president failed woefully because he was incompetent, lacked foresight and belief in the potential our country possesses for growth and development. In a recent visit to Asafo in the Aguna East constituency of the Central Region, he openly rubbished the success of the senior high school students who have passed their WASI with excellence. John Dramani Mahama, argued that the students did not merit the success chalked in the WASI and their intelligence was not as the exam results portrayed. Such comment can only come from a person who does not believe in nurturing the future of our nation. A former president, a statesman for that matter, should not be deeming in his utterances as John Dramani Mahama has recently been. It would be recalled that this same John Dramani Mahama in 2014 argued the media to make noise on the success of the senior high school students who sat for the WASI. He claimed at this time that the results reflected the level of intelligence of the students, and that was the result of the effective educational structures laid by his government. Fast forward to 2023, this same John Dramani Mahama is strongly against the media making noise about the success of students who sat for the WASI. There is no doubt that Mr. Mahama has no plans for the future of this country. Concerning his claims that in most schools across Ghana, teachers connive with students to cheat in the WASI, I dare the former president to mention only one school where such an unfortunate event happened. He who alleges must prove beyond street talk that what he alleges is nothing but the truth. A former president like he is must not make such unfounded comments that insult the intelligence of Ghanaian students, the hard work of teachers, integrity of the West African Examination Council, that is the WAEC, which is in charge of the exam, the free SHS policy implemented by Nana Danko Akufo-Addo Bawumia government, the goodwill of the Ghanaian youth. Also, John Mahama should attempt to rile up Ghanaians against the free SHS policy, and its desperation to be president again should not be on grounds to discredit our entire school system to the outside world, reducing the certificate to nothing before our peers elsewhere in other countries. Ghanaian students and youth in general have always been intelligent and shall continue to do so, to be so. Also, the youth of Ghana retains the future of this nation to insult our intelligence and of the intelligence of our senior high school students is a fight against the future of this nation and shall therefore not be tolerated. The youth of this country know how much John Mahama hates the idea of the free senior high school policy, and by extension, anything good that comes out of it. Nonetheless, we shall not sit aloof to allow his hatred for the free SHS policy to cause him to insult the intelligence of students of this policy as much as teachers teaching students to become future leaders. John Mahama must be reminded that he has up until now not been able to give Ghanaians a single policy initiative he intends to execute to support the youth of this country for education and the senior high school in particular. We know without any iota of doubt how he intends to cancel the free SHS school policy without thinking twice about it. Therefore, it is very important to inform him that well-meaning Ghanaians won't give him such a mandate to do so, especially when we know he has no vision for this country. However, this might be, I particularly urge Mr. John Mahama to credit the Ghanaian youth with some considerable amount of intelligence when given the platform to speak. He is at least a former president and a considered statesman and must live with respect to his office. In 2024, John Mahama must be a changed man, devoid of the antics in an attempt to trick Ghanaians into believing he has anything new to offer the country. Sandra Sarkodie Addo, Deputy National Youth Organizer, the New Patriotic Party. Ono ne nsɛm a ɔde aba no ɛna yɛde mu nkyerɛmu nyinaa no ɛde abrɛ mu no ne nsɛm a ɔde aba no ɛna yɛde emu nkyerɛmu nyinaa no nso ɛde ama mu no. Kyerɛ sɛ ɛnyɛ asɛm ketewa koraa. Ɛyɛ John Dramani Mahama ne nsɛm a ɔka no kyerɛ sɛ wedi waka, but waka a wɔtwa nkɔntɔmmɔ ama no ase ne ntenten kyerɛ sɛ sɛdeɛ yɛbɛsi aka no na abusuafoɔ, after sɛ NPP akasa no yɛbɛsan so akɔ na Tyrone Iras Magua ɔno nso sɛ ɛyɛ over 150 students globally ɔmo yɛ exam anaasɛ ɔmo yɛ contest ɛyɛ US math contest na at the end of the day odi first. Abusuafoɔ ɛho nsɛm ɛwɔ ha a ɔno ankasa no posti ye ɔno ankasa posti ɛwɔ hɔ na so over the Twitter page so and I just want to say we did it family American Math Olympiad gold medalist overall national top scorer on no Vanda Science Olympiad silver medalist International Junior Honor Society 2023 nti no nti ɔwɛni yɛ no awards ni bi ana busuafo ebi etwagu ɛwɔ ɛyɛ mfoni anase phone anase ade bi a ɔde hwɛ bia no etwagu ɛwɔ screen ne so no na abusuafo na ebebusa ɛho sɛ sɛnea saade a ɛna John Dramani Mahama ne nsɛm ɔkasa ɛde ɛfa free SHS so sɛ na ɔmo chiti na deɛ keka na bebrebe na ɔkeka no afei no now we need to know sɛ Mahama ne nsɛm ɔkan no did he say it out of say ɔyɛ propaganda anase or fact na or fact is when people just on famra na or fact and only fact say no o share the eba and the keka boma then no chese John Dramani Mahama the argument ni na no fall flat because as now once I want to improve a single school cheating to course no na say uni evidence there na say one some kind nya dey say befa it NPP reaction about and then Tyrone from Achimata school students are oko school na say why rasta na be breach say na school before just on man nko ni dey keka ho no ono and asabre no chese what Ghana for him say what Ghana nipa popa and on one kasa nso no chese what chere say Ghana yenso e waje oye yenso ya baby eye intelligent ni bi enye omo abonten kwa na de bi e beka so ma bi yenso ya bin ento no ne de eno no nti abuso fo nsem abeka nsem nchiremu na idea be so me hwe ni mu se update fo abeka nsem no so hwe na ye de emu nchiremu ina no e de abramo